Well, we took a little break, and now we're coming back to talk some more, I guess. I hope I ain't boring everybody. You know, it's just one man's view of Vietnam. Uh, it seemed like it was a long time ago, but then again, it doesn't seem like it's long at all. It comes back to visit me every night, and so it kind of stays fresh in my mind, I guess. But anyway, it's February. Let's recap a little bit. We go out. Mainly, we went out on search and destroy missions. That means we were searching for anything we could find, such as bunkers, and we found a bunch of bunkers. We found a bunch of huts and hooches and bunkers and everything. We found mess halls. We found hospitals. We found a lot of stuff. We found fighting holes. They call them spider holes. We found a lot of mortar rounds. We found a lot of uh, gun rounds, such as like 7.62 millimeter rifle rounds. We found Chi-Coms. We found dead bodies. We found a lot of goats that had gotten hit and they buried them. Uh, we found a skull one time. Matter of fact, and we thought it was a Caucasian that we didn't know it had really nice teeth, so we figured it could have been one of our guys, but we saved it and sent it back to the rear to find out. Maybe they could match the dental records. But anyway, we by this time we've got probably oh close to 80, 90 people's been wounded in action, and we've had quite a few KIAs, killed in action. And just a whole bunch of them was my friends, and I was around a lot of them that either got hit or got killed. And it was a tough day, and I don't want to make this seem like it was a pleasure tour. It's pretty tough over there. It work on a person's mind, and it has been mine working on mine for about 40 years now, or for over 40 years, I guess. Anyway, we're back over there, and it's March, and we're going out on search and destroy missions. I can't remember. I think like it was Conti. We find quite a few more bunkers and stuff, and fighting holes and everything. And like I say, they sent us up to a fire base called Alpine, and we go up there and we get mortared every day. I mean, every day we get mortared. Every day up there we just you're gonna get mortared. NBA was trying to get us, and Warren Bannerman was telling me about we was outside arguing, and about that time the mortar round started coming in. He said I run and jump in my hole, and and he was mad at me before I jumped in the hole, and then he started wondering, oh, I hope JD made it. Then he looked out and he hollered, "Hey, you all right, JD?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And anyway, uh, our we got set out on a search and destroy mission around the I don't know latter part of March, and we they kept sending us out wanting to find that mortar team. And so we went out I don't know 24th, 25th, something like that, and we spent the night out there, and we were supposed to be real close to where that mortar team was. Of course, we didn't see it or nothing. We got out there, and Gerald Blank was telling me that we ordered in some a smoke and see where make sure we was at the right location. Sure enough, we was. So we scattered out, spent the night there, and the next morning we got going. Well, sure enough, our point man, which was Ron Coker, and he was in Playford's team, ran into the mortar, the NBA mortar team, and started firing. They hollered the guns up, and Tim Barrett, myself, Tim Barrett, and Warren Bannerman was the gun team on that. And we run up to the front, spray the area, and the NBA take off. Well, they run it down the trail, and our gunnery sergeant, his name was Gunnery Sergeant Goodall. He said, "Well, y'all know where that trail's going. Let's cut through the woods here. We'll beat them to the creek down there." But we run through the woods there, and right before the creek there was a gigantic rock, and me and Warren and Tim, we jump on that rock, hoping to get a glimpse of them so we could fire on them. And we didn't see anything. And right beside that rock, there was the rock itself, and then there was a cliff on the other side, and you had to go in between the cliff and the rock to get down through there. Well, Playford, he done took point now. He was old salt. He didn't like much rotating, and but he took point, and he walked down through there, and about that time they cut down on him, and they just cut him down. When he got in front, there was a little cave on that rock, and they fired on him and cut him down. Coker, he was right behind him. He started yelling and run up there to get him, and damn, they didn't hit him. And I mean, the firefight was on then, and we couldn't get to him. I mean, the only way down there was down through that pass, and we couldn't reach him. And Coker, he was trying to pull Playford back, and the damn gooks threw a Chicom out there. And I saw it when it landed, and I hollered at Coker. I said, "Coker, Chicom." And he reached to get the Chicom with both hands to throw it back under the cave, and the damn thing went off. I mean, it just blew Coker's hands off at the wrist. And he took his nubs. I don't know if you ever seen a cartridge belt that had the suspenders, but that's what Playford wore all the time. Well, Coker rammed his nubs in the suspenders, and it was pulling him back and almost back to where he was out of the fire range. And about that time, they threw another damn Chicom that went off, and I mean, just opened Ron Coker's chest up, and his jaw. Of course, Playford, he was getting it too. I feel like Playford had already expired. But anyway, I mean, we were doing all we could. People were throwing their flat jackets and their helmets, trying to shield them a little bit. And he finally got back enough where we grabbed him, and Gunny Goodall told me and Willie Terrell, he was the M79 man. He told us to crawl around in front of that cave, kind of off there, and throw some rounds in there. So that's what we did. Me and Terrell went around there, and we threw a bunch of rounds in there, and we got the gooks, and it was all quiet after I cut down with the machine gun. And Gilford Foley, they called him Tiny, crawled down and went into the cave and pulled all the NBA out to make sure they was all gone. And Frank Drone, I never will forget, he helped him. But anyway, we had the task then of carrying them back to the Firebase Alpine, and we got almost to Firebase Alpine. And Doc Hoppy told me, he said he told the people to send the helicopters down so we wouldn't have to carry them all the way back up that hill. And I always really appreciated that. But anyway, we get through with that, and it's all for this story. I'm a little broken up, so we're stopped now, and I'll continue later. Bye-bye.